If you want to know what's going on in Rockingham County government, check out Rockingham County 411. If you're interested in county governmental programs, projects, and services, don't miss Rockingham County 411. Public Information Officer Mabel Scott will share important, crucial news you can use with Rockingham County 411.
Rockingham County 411, you're in a good place. I'm Mabel Scott, your Public Information Officer with Rockingham County Government, and we have a team of young men here to talk about the quarter-cent sales tax and what's happening at Rockingham Community College. Starting off, we have John Ayers, who is the Program Lead and Faculty in Agribusiness Technology. We're glad to have you here.
Thank you. Appreciate the opportunity.
Yes, sir. What is agribusiness technology?
Agribusiness technology is sort of the summary of a series of courses that will prepare local students to become involved in the agricultural industry. At one time, the college was heavily involved in a horticulture program, but that was pretty specialized. And the community and the country has come to realize that a lot of the students that are coming out of high school now need to have a broad base, and we're doing that with a series of classes to try to prepare them to enter an array of different fields of agriculture, whether it be production agriculture or marketing of agricultural products, or just a wide array of things. We've got just got the program started, and we're working now to try to increase our numbers and our cohort. We were victimized by the COVID deal, and we couldn't enter the high schools much last spring to try to get numbers, but we're hopeful that that'll be changing this fall. But agribusiness technology will prepare students for a wide array of things involved in the agricultural industry.
So the program actually started.
We started our first cohort was last fall.
Okay.
And we're now finishing our second semester with a small number of students, but they've been really diligent and dedicated to what we're doing. I've been really pleased with what they're doing.
Great. Now, you have a very nice facility there. How were quarter-cent sales tax funds used for renovations, and how did this help your students?
Well, it's enabled them to become involved in this program. The renovation of the old, not the old, but the Rockingham Community, Rockingham Farm Bureau building that was there for the horticulture area. Mm-hmm. It's been renovated, and we have constructed a new 30 by 100 foot greenhouse with all the bells and whistles, automatic sensors and controls that do everything. It's been a challenge for me to learn how to use it, but it's got an automated watering system and so forth. And we've managed to get a volume of plants in there this spring, and we've been holding a plant sale for the last couple of weeks for folks at the college and the community.
So what types of classes are in agribusiness technology in the program? Okay,
it's a diverse program. We start with a plant science and animal science classes. Then we do a class in sustainable agriculture. Those were the ones we taught in the fall. This spring we've done a soils class, a pest management class, and a marketing class. And those, we've been really successful with those, really pleased with the way the students had adapted to my squirrely activities. You know, I try to make it lighthearted for them, and they've been really good. So we do other classes in this fall. We'll have an ag economics class, an ag chemicals class, and then we'll do a class in the spring called agometrics. And
you want to tell us what that is?
I will be glad to. That's the reason I mentioned it.
Uh-huh.
the majority of kids coming out of high school or anywhere know how to do geometry and calculus and algebra and things of that type. This is an applied math that will be used in the calculations of various agricultural activities, stuff that they haven't been exposed to. And I think it'll be well received. I've got a real good textbook that we're going to draft for that one.
So who would benefit from a degree in agribusiness?
Most any of the young folks who don't limit it to young folks. I've got one gentleman in class right now that's in his upper 30s. But folks that have an interest in agriculture, whether it's production agriculture or sales and marketing, logistics is a big thing in ag now, trying to arrange trucking to get ag products from the supplier to the market. You know, just any of these areas that would have any relationship with agriculture. And we're not going to teach them everything, but we're going to open some doors.
And as you open those doors, what degree programs are available in agribusiness?
Well, we currently are going to offer a certificate program to high school students that are interested in that. We've got a few folks that have been involved in that this year. We're going to offer an associate's degree program from RCC. And then we have got an articulation agreement with A&T, where they can transfer all the courses, I'd say all of the courses that they have here, working towards a bachelor's degree at A&T. And we're also work in the developmental processes with NC State to do what they call a PAC track program. If we can successfully do that, and I think we will, it's just on my back now not to get the paperwork done, we would be the 11th community college in the state that would become a partner with NC State as a PAC track.
And that leads into my next question. Can students easily transfer to a four-year university? And I was thinking about North Carolina Agricultural and Technical State University, North Carolina State.
Yes, ma'am. It's we want that transition to be available to them because there's a percentage of students that are coming from farm background or more rural background that are not really comfortable going directly into a four-year school. We want to prepare them for that, give them the nuggets that it takes to fill their pocket as they move forward.
They'll be ready to work over at that A&T farm.
Absolutely.
Yes. What are the possible jobs available for an agribusiness graduate?
Well, I had a history. I worked at another community college, and I've had students that have become a vineyard manager. Two young ladies that were managing dairies. A young man that's managing an 800 cow dairy. Wow. Family farm. And then I've got a couple of ladies that are managers at Tractor Supply. Just a wide array, and it's a flexible field. You can, we're trying to give them the tools that it takes to make them successful, and it depends on their decisions and the direction they want to go.
And you have given us so many important things to share about how you're preparing students here in Rockingham County for future jobs.
We want to do that, and this quarter-cent sales tax has really made our job much more efficient. It's given us the tools that it takes with this greenhouse, and they've got a budget for a storage building that we need because we don't store all this product in the greenhouse, so we need to use that facility too. So we're moving forward.
Thankful for the quarter-cent sales tax, the
Yes,
greenhouse, and all of the tools for the students.
Yes, ma'am. It's a positive.
So we want to thank John Ayers, who is program lead and faculty member in the Agribusiness Technology Department of Rockingham Community College. And now we're going to switch over to information technology, and we're going to introduce you to Thomas Knight and to Lucien Pierre. They are part of the IT faculty, and we want them to help us to find out how the quarter-cent sales tax is helping your area. I can understand in information technology and IT, wow, this has been a real blessing for you all. So tell us about the degree and certificate options that students in the Information Technology program at RCC have available to them.
Well, we have a lot of different pathways that students can take. We start out, our main degree is an Associate in Applied Science degree in Information Technology, and that's our 2-year degree. We also have 5 different certificate options that students can take. 3 of those lead to industry-recognized credentials, and that's the A+ Essentials Certificate, the Network Plus and Security Plus Certificate, and also the Cybersecurity Certificate. Upon graduation from those certificate programs, students also are able to sit for the CompTIA exams. Those are industry-certified exams for those individual disciplines. And that's a really popular option. And then we also have 2 other certificates, the IT Support Foundation Certificate as well as the Web Technology Certificate. They do not lead to industry-recognized credentials, but they are very sought-after areas as well, particularly leading to jobs. So we're very proud of them. Throughout all of those, we cover a wide range of different curriculum options, from networking, security, intrusion detection, cybersecurity type things, general IT support, and as well as things like web design, virtualization. We equip students with all the skills they need upon graduation to be able to go out and get a job here and succeed in whichever pathway they end up in.
When you said cybersecurity and web design, those are hot topics now.
They really are.
Hot topics in the news.
They really are. A lot of job opportunities available in
And
those
that's
areas.
what we want for the students.
Exactly.
Okay, what types of jobs do your graduates obtain, Lucian?
So once they complete our courses, there are a variety of options open to them. Now, depending on the track that they come out of, there are specific jobs that they can go to. So for example, if somebody is graduating from cybersecurity, they can apply for, let's say, cyber operations center analyst. They can do digital forensics analysts, they can do vulnerability assessment, they can do a lot of things. Now, somebody graduating from A+, naturally they'll be going for computer repair shops, they'll be going for hardware support technician. They may also be doing end user assistance, where they will be configuring devices used at the end users option. So really there are a lot of options for our students when they graduate, and we look for ways to give them those options, and especially make sure that they know what is out there and how to get to it. So our goal with everything that we have, and thanks to quarter sales tax, is that we have updated equipment, giving them the needed hands-on, so that when they go out there, there's an expectation from the employers that if somebody coming out of college, out of school, they should have at least a hands-on. And so that's what we strive to give them, and a lot of them are taking advantage of it. And so, yeah, there are a lot of options across our area where anybody graduating from any of our tracks can easily find a job.
You said hands-on equipment, so that means when they leave your program, they're able to go into the real workforce, and they already know. That's excellent. Good.
That's exactly what we're doing. We have, with the Core Sense Act, we have upgraded our entire technological lab. So with that, we have bought some kit that they can use to repair computers, servers, and all that. So that's a lot of things that they really need hands-on, because when you go out there, even just going through the interviews, the questions you're gonna get will be practical questions. Now, another thing which is a little bit, outside of core tax sense is the cybersecurity lab. We can pride ourselves as being one of the only 2 colleges in northern, in this side of a state having the newest lab. So our cybersecurity lab is a state-of-the-art lab, and it covers about 8 areas, and those 8 areas is really what is out there if you're looking for a job. So the first one, for example, would be what we call infrastructure and surveillance system. right? So with that, then you can really take care of physical perimeter, right? Allowing people where they should be, where they should not be. The other side of it is that we have what we call medical internet of all things. As technology evolves, no surprise that healthcare is embracing it. So within that, we're trying to teach them, okay, if somebody were to work in healthcare IT, what are the things to expect? Especially when we know that healthcare must comply to HIPAA, a federal regulation. So it's our job to train them to keep information, patient information private. The other aspect of it is local security. So security starts at home, as they always say. So on your own personal computer that you're using, it's important that you safeguard it. And once you do that, because your local computer will be part of a local network, it's also important for us to actually safeguard the local network. The other area will be manufacturing, yes. So that's really one of my favorite, because when I went through all this, I didn't get a chance to do anything with the manufacturing security. So now that we have people shooting for, let's say, manufacturing, utility plants and all, so they can really learn how to protect those assets that normally are not part of the open internet world. So it's really something that we look forward to, and we have, I guess, people that our first cohort really enjoyed that aspect just as much as I did. The other one, and the biggest, is the cybersecurity. So in the cybersecurity, they learn to do everything from hacking. Why would they want to hack? It's really ethical hacking. For you to be able to protect the asset, you have to think as a criminal, and you have to act as a criminal. So we teach them how to hack in order to be able to protect our infrastructure. And this is something that is very, very popular, and there are a lot of opportunities for our students. And one last thing I will mention is digital forensics. Now, this is a little specialized, but it's a field that is also growing because of all the security breaches that we see and we hear about. There's a need for agents to be able to retrace and try to discover what happened or what preceded an attack and how that attack was carried. So we're really glad that we have such program, and our first cohort really enjoyed it. And yeah, so we have a lot of things going on.
Boy, oh boy. And as both of you all were talking, I started thinking about the hackers and the breaches, and all of this has been top news stories. So that leads to my next question. Tell us about the jobs available.
There are so many job opportunities available in
I
this
can
area.
imagine, and good salaries.
Absolutely. Some of the best salaries. And so we really try to equip students with the knowledge they need to go out and take whichever type of job they want. We have a lot of IT job opportunities in Rockingham County for our businesses and industries that are here, as well as the Piedmont Triad area in general. And, another thing that we've seen really explode with the pandemic has been working from home. And so there are so many IT job opportunities for folks that want to stay here and work at home as well. So from help desk type roles to web design to even working with cybersecurity and hacking to those types of jobs, really the career opportunities are limitless.
Because if we're working from home, we need you all to make sure that everything is right, and
absolutely,
we need you.
And there's so many, with the pandemic particularly, people are bringing their computers from work home, and it's important. That's extending the network of the companies out to these the homes of everybody. So it's really important now more than ever to be sure that everything is secure.
Boy, oh boy. What did the quarter-cent sales tax help fund for the IT program at Rockingham Community College?
Well, Lucia mentioned a little bit about this earlier. We had a lot of outdated equipment prior to the quarter-cent sales tax funds. And it's really important for students upon graduating to be able to have the most up-to-date technology, the technology that they will be using when they get out into the workforce. And so we have two information technology lab rooms that we use. They're in the Advanced Technologies building at RCC. And one of those is a cybersecurity lab, and the other is our general information technology lab. And we were able to update all of our computers, our operating systems, purchase things for the students to work on equipment with, from computers to computer parts and things for them to actually get in and get their hands on. And working with servers and switches and different network equipment, as well as the things that are part of the cybersecurity lab that Lucia mentioned. So we just have so many different things that we were able to purchase, particularly in the area of the IT area for our hardware, software support roles, that students are able to get their hands on. And that's been the best thing about it. And students really are able, upon graduating, to be able to go out and get a job and have their hands on the real equipment, the real switches, the real servers, the real computers, the real operating systems that they would be using in whichever industry or whichever organization they end up in.
How have the purchases helped your students?
Purchase has been really helpful in every aspect you can imagine. He just mentioned the new items that we have that are really, very useful when students trying to have a hands-on. So without the purchases, there'll be a lot of lacking. So with the purchases now, we're able to have, for example, network monitoring tools that we bought, and students can use them, in real time and see exactly what they're doing. And so this is really important because when they go out there, they're familiar with the things that they need to work with. It also allows us personally to be able to have the tools that I need to teach. He mentioned virtualization. So we bought a bunch of SSD, solid-state hard drives, for students to be able to work on them and create their own virtualized environment. Another thing that he mentioned is we know that technology is advancing, and with the COVID, there were need to print face masks and all that.
Yes.
So the QuarterSense really helped us get two digital printers. So those printers really, we can print. It's a 3D printer, so we can print things that normally we won't be able to do. So it's really helpful with the QuarterSense and what we were able to purchase with it.
This has been so exciting talking to the three of you. Agribusiness, technology, information technology. Last question from Rockingham Community College leaders. If I have a child or grandchild who is thinking about coming to RCC, why would you say your program is certainly one he or she should look at? You want to be first, Mr. John?
Glad to. It always depends upon a student's interest. If a lot of kids are interested in farm work or an agricultural entity, let's face it, we all have to eat. And the average age of a farmer right now is approaching 60 years old. And there are going to be slots and positions available for these kids, young people, to fill those positions and be able to maintain our food supply. We're a little bit dependent on other countries now, and we don't need to continue that. We need to reestablish our dominance in the agricultural industry, and we're creating more exports, and we need to reduce our imports for those areas, so we don't need to be dependent upon some of these countries that are not quite as friendly to us. So
you're exactly right.
And that's, any young person that has an interest in an agricultural operation, I think will benefit from the information that we can provide them, either in a certificate program or in a degree program. We're working really hard to develop the skills and knowledge that they're going to need to be successful in those areas and to improve the living conditions that exist here in Rockingham County.
And agriculture is huge in North Carolina.
It is. It's, people don't realize the volume of
Exactly.
what's going on here, and it's broad based.
It is.
It's everything from livestock production to crops and tree fruits, everything.
Yes.
We're in the strawberry season now, and I think shortcake really smells good to folks.
I haven't eaten lunch yet, so don't talk about it. Why IT?
So I think, IT is everywhere, right? No aspect of our life escapes IT. And why would your son or daughter wants to come to RCC? As our motto says, start local, go far, right? So this is a place to start.
Start local, go far.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but outside of that, as we said, we just modernize our way of doing things. So if somebody really is looking for a job without having to spend a lot of money, IT, information technology, in RCC is the place to be. And we offer, and Thomas mentioned it, we offer a variety of tracks, whether you're just out there for a certificate or you're just out there for a degree, we have that. And so we think that people coming to us will benefit more than anything. And you probably have some to say.
I agree. IT, I'll echo what he said. IT touches everybody's life, whether you want to get into IT
Or not.
or whether you're just the average user. It touches everybody's
It
life.
does.
So we have so many opportunities available for students to be able to start with us and figure out exactly which area they want to get into in IT. We have so many different opportunities for that. So students can really get in there, figure out exactly what they like the most, and start their career from there. And one other thing I will mention too, for all of our programs is if anybody has wants to take a look at the programs that are offered and really take a look at all the different things for applying for admission and things such as that, feel free to give us a call. At the college, our number is 336-342-4261. And we also have our website's a great opportunity to check out all of our programs for information technology, agribusiness, and others. And that's rockinghamcc.edu.
We certainly want to thank you. You all have just shared some excellent information, and I think that our local citizens will certainly say, wow, we have quite a treasure over there. Rockingham Community College has a lot to offer, folks, a lot to offer. And I think the good point is they keep talking about it is something that you can work around depending upon your particular budget. So if your child or grandchild or niece or nephew is saying, I don't have anything to do, RCC will hook them up and get them prepared so they can get a real job and get off of your particular pocketbook. And that's what all parents want. We want our children to be able to be independent and to take care of themselves. Thank you so much for coming today. We hope that we'll hear back from you all again because the citizens want to know what's happening with our quarter-cent sales tax. And you have done an excellent job today telling us what's happening at Rockingham Community College. Rockingham County, you're in a good place.